That being said, let us briefly explain how initiations were conducted. We shall rely on information provided by Iamblichus in his treatise on the Egyptian mysteries, though we must note that the philosopher of Chalcis lived in the first half of the 4th century CE, making him, relatively speaking, a near contemporary regarding what concerns the occult science of the Egyptians. A thesmothete was a first initiate ranked by age who bore this title, which means guardians of the rites. The neophyte admitted to the trials was led at night by 2 thesmothetes before the Sphinx of the Great Pyramid, though he did not know where he was, for upon his departure from Memphis, his eyes had been covered with a thick blindfold, so that he would be unaware of the distance he traveled or the place to which he was being brought. He had to rely entirely on the discretion of his 2 guides or conductors. He was brought to the foot of the colossal Sphinx, and one of the guides opened the door placed between the animal's paws, a door carved into its very chest. Once inside, the 3 of them found themselves in a vestibule hollowed out within the body of the animal. From there they entered a large chamber where the trials began, each one more terrible than the last, progressing in difficulty as the neophyte moved deeper into the monument. We will not recount all of these trials. They are, in part, the same as those undergone today by Freemasons, albeit with some variations. Freemasons, for example, those who failed to complete the previous trials did not undergo the final ordeal, which among the Egyptians consisted in surrounding the neophyte with splendid young women. These women danced the most lascivious choreographies, dressed in garments of the utmost transparency and lightness. This ordeal lasted several days. Once the neophyte had passed through it and was initiated, the Hierophant would address him with these words: "Learn to see with accuracy and to will with justice. Dare afterward, but above all, learn to remain silent about your intentions until the moment of their execution." And again, "If your perseverance tomorrow is but the continuation of your efforts today, proceed toward your goal." Then the 7 genii who in Chaldean tradition are named Oriphiel, Zachariel, Samael, Michael, Aniel, Raphael and Gabriel, who are guardians of the sacred key that locks the past and opens the future, will place upon your brow the crown of the masters.